Hi there, it's going to be a quick video just to help somebody out who had some questions. So it's about the Urasuki. I grind the Urasuki with a circular 120 grit flap disc. This is a bit fiddly picking the tangs up with the camera in my hand. There's Urasuki and koba. There's koba on every single knife. If you look here, the koba is like another bevel. You see it there? There's another bevel there. So when you lay these knives, when you lay most single bevel knives flat on the stones, if the knife has koba, you're not touching it, you're just going to be flattening the geometry of the back, the ura. The back is called the ura, okay? When you put it flat on the stone, you're just touching the uraoshi. You're not going to be touching any concavity in Urasuki there. But then also, if you do this, you're not going to be touching the edge bevel. You have to lift it up a couple of degrees to run along the koba here. See the koba? Koba is not just added to knives like deba, honosuke. They're not just added to those. You can add koba to anything, to yanagi, spa, anything really. These petty here, the front one here is honosuke. This one here, if you look, these three are petty with a actual flared tip. These four here are petty with a more Japanese tip. A Japanese tip will be like lower than the center line. When you've got like German tips, they're even with the center line above them. French tips, like traditional French tips, are way above. So these tips on these petties, because petty is a French influence in a Japanese knife format, these three are going to be more French tips. But anyway, they all have koba here at the edge. They all have Urasuki, so they're all concave. Even the honosuke here, see there, bit of koba. They're all tapered as well. They are all tapered. The front bevel, or the kireha here, is indicative of all single bevel knives. There is lag here. So these are already for heat treatment, and then to go onto their final grind. They're still left like a millimeter thick at the edge. You see that? You can't take them thinner than that upon heat treatment. So I do 90% of my grinding, leave it a penny's thickness at the edge, and these are all going to be heat treated soon. These ones, I put the Urasuki on first. Say I cut or forge the blank, depending if I'm using bar stock or round stock or whatever. I use precision bar stock now, like most professional knife makers do. Cut the profile out. Then, you know the bevel is going to be this way on the knife, so you don't like flip this over. Grind in the concavity there. You don't have to worry about doing uraoshi because that comes naturally. I do that first, then I grind kireha, first primary bevel, then I flip it over again and I grind koba here. Then I do the distal taper, add all the distal taper to the knife. Then I add my stamp